Black markets are as old as civilization itself. Wherever there are laws in place for governing the sale of goods and services, there are people willing to break them for a profit. There are black markets for every good imaginable, from fine art to human organs, and from wine to illegal narcotics. As a result of our increasingly globalized economy, black markets often span the globe, run by shady criminal networks with operations in multiple countries. The biggest black market in the world today is the counterfeit goods market, which is estimated at $923 billion annually. This category includes luxury consumer products like handbags, but it also includes electronics and cosmetics. Data from customs seizures shows that the vast majority of fake products originate in Asia. The top countries of origin are China, Turkey, Singapore, Thailand, and India. That almost all of these products originate in China isn't exactly surprising, as that's where most of the world's consumer products are made. Often workers will leave the factory that makes a genuine product and open their own factory making counterfeits. These can then be sold to buyers from around the world who will in turn sell them on to consumers. Some of these products will be passed off as real and sold to unsuspecting customers, whilst others will be sold at fake product markets for a fraction of the cost of the real brand. Most of the law enforcement action happens in the countries where the products end up, and this is a difficult task as finding fake products isn't easy when they are mixed in with shipments of legitimate products. The sheer volume of international trade means that checking every shipment just isn't feasible. Drug trafficking is a $426 billion global market. As with regular trade, the flow of illicit drugs follows established trade routes based on supply and demand. The production hotspots are in Asia and South America, and from there they are transported around the world to be sold by street dealers. This requires an incredibly complex network of criminal organizations working together across different countries and continents to conceal the shipments, bribe law enforcement and customs officials, and do whatever it takes to ensure that it reaches its final destination. Just take as an example the flow of heroin from Afghanistan, by far the world's largest producer, to the lucrative Western European market. There are three main routes for it to reach Western Europe. The most popular of these is the Balkan route, which runs overland from Afghanistan through Iran to Turkey and then through the Balkan countries to its final destination in Western Europe. Depending on exactly where it is being sent to, the shipment may pass through more than 10 countries before it reaches the buyer. Of course, illegal drugs are often seized along this logistics chain, with the total value of customs seizures in the United States alone estimated at $2.3 billion in 2019. But the massive drug problems around the world are testament to the fact that vast quantities do get through undetected and are sold on to the end consumer. The global oil black market is worth $133 billion. The countries hit hardest by oil theft are Nigeria, Mexico, Iraq, Russia, and Indonesia. It is a lucrative business, the profits from which often go to fund terrorist organizations, mafia, and rebel groups, but it is extremely hazardous. The process of diverting oil from pipelines used by multinational corporations is complex and requires highly specific engineering knowledge to get right. Gangs often recruit engineers who previously worked for the oil companies. Once it's been extracted, the oil is transported to refineries operated by the same gangs, where it is refined to produce diesel and other petroleum products, which can then be sold to consumers. There are some areas of the world where huge sections of the economy have been dominated by black markets, as government overregulation has impeded the legitimate economy. A case in point is Cuba, which for decades has enforced strict rationing of basic necessities, most importantly